My name is Philippa and I work in the commercial capability team here at IGD. So what that means is I work with both manufacturers and retailers to design, to develop and to deliver solutions for them to increase their people's commercial skills and capability, and so ultimately to improve their business performance too. So we haven't got a lot of time together today, so what I hope to do is give you some things to think about to get you started, whether you are building an internal business plan, a joint business plan with a trading partner, or a plan to use to pitch for investment. So what is a business plan? Well, let's think about this quote from Alice in Wonderland. For those of you that aren't familiar with the story here, this is the part where Alice has reached a fork in the road and asks the Cheshire Cat which direction she should go in. So I'll just read this out loud to you. Would you tell me, please, which way I ought to go from here? That depends a good deal on where you want to get to, said the cat. I don't much care where, said Alice. Then it doesn't matter which way you go, said the cat. So, like Alice, we need to be clear about the destination we want to get to in order that we can work out how we're going to get there and make sure that we do get there. We are all very busy, but it's important that we're busy doing the right things that lead us to achieve our goals. And that's the point of a business plan. So a business plan is a statement of what you are, a business plan is a statement of what you plan to do and how you plan to do it. It's a formal statement of business goals, the reasons that they are attainable and the plans you've got for reaching them. They set out long-term vision and direction for the business rather than short-term tactics, and it's important just to understand the difference. Business plans serve as a roadmap, or a blueprint if you like, to guide the business strategies and policies. And so they're continually modified as conditions change and new opportunities or threats emerge. And really importantly, business plans are decision-making tools, whether that's for external investors or to guide internal decisions. Therefore, the content and the format of the business plan needs to be determined by the purpose of the plan and the intended audience. And once you've put the work into building the plan, there are many benefits to the day-to-day running of the business or the account, because the business plan enables you to look ahead, allocate resources, focus on key points, prepare for problems and opportunities. And just some of the other benefits that are listed here. This is just a few, but the list goes on and on. And the same principles can be applied about how you develop the business plan, whether it's a business plan to launch a new business, pitch for investment, a strategic internal account plan, or a joint business plan. And I think for me this quote here really sums it up. A good business plan can help to make a good business credible, understandable and attractive to someone who is unfamiliar with the business. Writing a good business plan can't guarantee success, but it can go a long way towards reducing the odds of failure. And it's the process that you follow and the effort that you put into writing the plan that reduces these odds of failure. And whether your plan is a formal document of 100 pages or more long, or it's a one-page account plan, there are a few sections that all business plans should contain. So firstly, the business concept, the objectives, what's the idea, what's it all about? Then the market analysis, and this is really the real detail analysis, and we'll talk a bit more about this. The financials, there's no getting away from it. It needs to have it in there. So what's the current, the future situation? How much money do you need to spend to action your plan? And importantly, what's your strategy that you're going to follow to achieve this? What methods are you going to use? These could be marketing plans, team changes, financial structure, logistics improvements. The list is endless, but remember this isn't about short-term tactics at this stage. It's about how you're going to achieve your long-term vision and the direction that you're going to take. Now, longer documents will also include a section on the management team too, especially if pitching externally to people who don't know the team. And they may need more background about the business as well. So exactly what is included in each section will depend on the purpose of the plan and who the audience are. For example, a customer business plan or a joint business plan might include some of these areas here, which might be totally irrelevant to other types of business plans. So, as well as considering the content of your plan and what goes into it, here are a few tips just to think about when you actually create the plan. So firstly, and probably most importantly, work as a team. And I can't reiterate how important this is. A business plan should draw on a wide range of knowledge from many different business functions, whether it's a plan for the total business or at an account or customer level. Each function should have the opportunity to input into the plan. Not only will this provide a more holistic view and different perspectives, but it will also help ensure alignment to the plan. And we had a question sent in beforehand about how to incentivize people if their job is easier if they don't follow the plan. And my recommendation here is just to get them involved at the start of the process and to really understand their perspective too. Why are they so anti the plan? They may be able to add some really valuable insights, something that you're missing or you might not have thought of, or they might just not be brought into it, or they might just be lazy. Who knows? So get them involved at the start. Ask for their views because this will really help create some responsibility and encourage their buy-in. So just some things to think about. Do you have a multifunctional contact strategy? Is your business truly collaborative throughout all functions? Do you know how other functions can add value? And are you currently capitalizing on all the experts in your business? So secondly, do your research. It should sound pretty obvious, but do as much as possible and consider many different angles. This will form the market analysis section of your plan. There are at least 5 areas here that I suggest you should consider, but there may be many more depending on your business and the purpose of your plan and the audience it's for. And consider each of these areas through a lens, looking at the past and looking at the future as well as what's going on now. And for each area, what is it that you need to know and where are you going to get this information from? And think about your wider team. Who is the expert? I make the point again, business planning should be a team approach. It can be a really helpful exercise to think about before you start. What is it that you need to know and how are you going to get this information? This is a nice sort of template or a tool that just might help you think about this. So what is it you need to know? Where will you get the information? Is it from the data sources? Is it from team knowledge? Where are the gaps? Do this before you even start. And then once you've thought about it all and you've got lots of information, a SWOT analysis is a simple but really effective tool to use to help you review some of that data that you've got available to you. What opportunities and challenges are there? How can you build a plan to maximize the opportunities and mitigate the challenges? So once you've done all your research and really thought about where the opportunities and challenges lie, then you can start to be a bit selective because you can't work with everyone. Or you can, but you shouldn't apply the same amount of resource and energy to every customer or trading partner, regardless of the opportunity and the strategic fit. Because you don't have infinite resources, so you can't work strategically with everybody. You need to make some informed choices. And this means using some of the data we've collected to complete a review of all the customers or suppliers or trading partners, depending on what your business is. This review needs to be completed using a consistent and structured approach. And a good way to approach it is to consider 3 areas, which are skill, will and importance. So skill, are both businesses capable of delivering your plan? Do you have the capabilities, the structure, the resource, etc.? Will, how aligned are your corporate strategies? Are your shoppers the right target? Are your promotional strategies aligned, etc., etc.? Finally, the importance. How important is the customer or supplier or this trading partner to you and your business? It might be because of scale or financial size. It might be because of other areas as well. So how important are they? And then once you've thought about this, where would you put them on a grid? It look like this. So here we've got the y-axis on the left-hand side of financial criteria, so the current size or the size of the opportunity, and the x-axis along the bottom of is the strategic criteria. Where would you put your trading partners, and what's their strategic fit in the financial scale? Think about then the approach that you'll take to working with them. Will you drive or will you hold? Will you develop the business ahead of the market, or will you take the decision to actively disinvest and decline the business? And then obviously you need to put it all together into a plan which has got some great ideas and great strategies for delivering the goal. And there's no escaping it. This is where the financial data comes into play. Do all your ideas add up to reach your objective? How are you going to get there? Remember to still consider other functions too and the parts that they play and the roles that they can play to help you deliver it. And then the best test of all of any great plan, can you simplify it into a one-page document? And could you explain it to a friend that knows nothing about you, your business or the industry you're in? Could you explain it to your mum? Assuming your mum is not in your industry, of course. So I like to think about the process of business planning in 3 stages. What are the insights from the market, and what are the opportunities for your business? How well do you understand your business, and do you have an idea how to maximize these opportunities? Do you understand who to work with to make your plans happen? And then thirdly, can you build this all together into a business plan? And if you can, is it simple enough that you can summarize it into a one-page roadmap that clearly defines the desired end vision and guides the direction you're going? And is your plan clear enough that when you get to that fork in the road, it will aid the decision which way to go? So some final thoughts really to leave you with. Do you approach business planning as a multifunctional team? Do you know who to talk to and why, both internally and externally? Do you understand what everyone's roles are within the team and the value that they can add? Do you know how to prioritize your trading partners and to allocate resource? And do you understand your partner's long-term strategy and business models too? So that brings us to the end of our very quick webinar on business planning. But if you'd like to know more about business planning as well as joint business planning with your trading partners, I run regular joint business planning workshops here at IGD. They're one-day workshops that include a lot of information, tools and techniques which you can apply in the real world. So the dates for the next workshops are on the screen. More details are on the website, so please have a look. And I hope to meet some of you soon if you'd like to learn more.